guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So I am doing a Project Life Spurt today, and it is about the time that we used to be able to go outside. Remember, there was a time way back in the day where we could go outside and just chill without getting infected with some virus. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that time? That was a crazy time. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do a spread devoted towards 2020, before we had to shelter in place or quarantine, or what does North Carolina call it? The stay at home order. I wanted to do a spread devoted towards that. So that time that we could hang out outside without worrying all the time. So yeah, I wanted to do this title card, and it's a very simple title card. I just found some alpha stickers and put before quarantine, and then I have had a lot of time to just go through my stash and see all the stuff that I have laying around. So I have been able to find all types of tags and paper flowers that I never knew I had. And then here's something else that I found. It is actually a magnetic bookmark calendar from Greece. It was a souvenir. Remember way back last year? That feels so long ago. But last year I went to Greece, and this was actually a souvenir that I picked up, and I just ended up never giving it to anybody. But it's a souvenir. It's a bookmark calendar of Santorini. So on the front of that bookmark calendar was the word 2020. Or the numbers 2020. So I just needed the numbers. So I just cut up the beginning of that calendar so that I could just use the 2020 for my title card. And that is basically it as far as that title card goes. The next card is devoted towards my brother, or one of my brothers, my brother Desmond. He had a pop-up shop in I think the end of January, if I'm not mistaken. The concept of time right now is just so foreign. Like, I just don't know when any of these things happen. I just know they happened before I had to stay at home. So my brother Desmond had a pop-up shop. He sells granola, and the granola is really, really good. Like, I was not a granola fan before eating this granola, but he has a business called 1D Experience, and I will link it down below. But he will actually make granola and ship it to you, and it's really, really good, y'all. He has like all these different colors. Here is a dog barking. Can you stop? Okay. So he has this company where he ships granola. There's all different flavors, and it's really good granola. My brother Desmond is probably the most health conscious person in our family. And yeah, that granola is so good. It's really, really good. But yeah, I went to the pop-up shop, and I remember I didn't want to go that day because it was like snowing. It was like slightly snowing outside that morning that he had the pop-up shop, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go brave the elements. In North Carolina, when I say snowing, I mean like it dusted for like 5 minutes, but that's a lifetime in North Carolina time. So but I ended up going, I braved the elements, and I ended up going to be a supportive sister. Like, I was really trying to be a supportive sister in 2020. So yeah, and then this COVID happened, but it's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to do a card that was devoted towards Desmond and his pop-up shop. I felt like this card needed something else, like some kind of texture in it, quote unquote texture, but I found these stickers in the Color Story sticker book, and they are I don't even know what you would call it, like confetti or glitter. I don't know what you would call it, but it's basically just like dots. It's a clear sticker of some dots. So I wanted to put that down, and then I ended up getting the other. There were two stickers in here that were like that, so I ended up getting the other one as well and putting them on the back of, like, in the back of this hexagon. Is that a hexagon? Is it 6 sides? I think it's 6 sides. that hexagon sticker, I wanted to put it behind it so it can just kind of look like it was textured, without it actually being textured. So the next card is going to be devoted towards my brother Marcus. And Marcus actually had an exhibit called Intergalactic Soul that showed at UNC Chapel Hill, and it also showed at UNC Asheville. I think there's still exhibits there, but basically I ended up going to UNC Chapel Hill because that's my alma mater. So I ended up going to UNC Chapel Hill to see the exhibit, and that's that picture with the hieroglyphics, like the black and yellow picture. And the other picture is the show that kind of went along with it. So he did there was a concert and basically kind of like a musical representation of Intergalactic Soul that happened here in Charlotte at a place called Spirit Square, which is where it's like a concert hall. Basically, if you're not from the Charlotte area, it's like a concert hall, and they show plays and that kind of thing. So basically, I ended up, going to both of those events. I was really trying to be a supportive sister this year. I swear I was on my supportive sister game, and then COVID happened, but I saw these events. I saw all these things, and I can pat myself on the back for this. So basically, I'm going to put down this sticker that says weekend getaway, because Chapel Hill is like 2.5 hours from Charlotte. So I did kind of get away for a little bit. I just spent the day there, but yeah, it was a pretty good, it was a nice trip. It was a really, really nice trip. And then I ended up meeting some other friends while I was there, some friends from college while I was there. But it was a really good time. It was a really good time. So this next card is going to be just a quote card. Like, I found this and it matched my color scheme, but I think this is from some Heidi Swapp like ephemera kit or something from a long time ago. I have no idea. It was just kind of like chilling with the rest of my ephemera, so I don't have any packaging related to this, but it's just a quote card that says create your or make your own happiness, and I thought that was very apt for for the times that we are in right now. And then I found that butterfly, like that gold butterfly, that's from Michaels. I definitely know that's from Michaels, and it comes from just some random ephemera that I found at Michaels way back in the day when I used to live in Michaels. So that was basically that card. This next card is going to be devoted towards Oprah. So I went to Oprah's 2020 Vision. She did like a tour at the beginning of the year where she came to Spectrum Center in Charlotte, and I actually got a chance to go. But it basically talked about setting goals for 2020 and just kind of being mindful of your goals and what you want your 2020 to look like. Now, it's ironic that we're going back talking about this because, I don't think anyone foresaw this that we're going through right now. I don't think any of us saw that, but at the time it was a really, really good show. I actually did not stay. It was like an all-day thing, and I actually did not stay for the whole thing, and I kind of regret it because I heard that the whole show was really good. The part that I missed was actually really, really good. So this next card is devoted towards, this isn't devoted towards anything. It's just a filler card. And y'all, I spent an embarrassing amount of time looking at this and trying to figure out what it was. It's an ampersand. I have no idea why I could not see the ampersand. I was like, is this a fancy P? What is this? Like, I have no idea why I did not see that this was an ampersand, but I figured out it was an ampersand. But I just really wanted it because it stuck with my color scheme for this spread, and I wanted to be a filler card. But I wanted to put my I voted sticker because I did vote. There was a primary at some point in 2020 before we were locked in the house. We had primaries, and it was like Super Tuesday, and people were talking about the upcoming election in November. So there was life, and there was a time 2 months ago when all this stuff you know, all this stuff was relevant. So it's very ironic. Like, it's very ironic to do this spread looking back at the past couple of months. But yeah, then this last card is just, it's a journaling card. I wanted to show you how I made this journaling card because I really wanted to incorporate that black that black Project Life card behind it. So I ended up just writing down some journaling, and this is how the entire spread turned out, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.